Auctions here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely to have you on board and watching us here tonight. Now, wherever you are, whether you're in your lounge room, you might be in your car on your way home from work, we appreciate you tuning in, and we want to wish you all the very best of luck with your bidding tonight. I'm Carly Clough. I'm going to be just one of your licensed auctioneers here this evening. The other auctioneer that's going to be assisting me with the 6 submissions this evening is Kayleen King, who you may have seen calling auctions before as well here in our Canberra City office. Now, we have a very handsome lot here tonight and good looking lot from LJ Hooker. They are all here to assist you with your bidding, so if you've registered, Jenna will do a little pan around soon just to show you who is on board with us tonight. So you can be bidding with confidence because you've got some great agents. You're in the hands of some great agents. So there they are. Give a bit of a wave.
I did that.
Excellent. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as we get started here in the process that takes place with this new way of obviously bidding at auctions with online, is that we are going to obviously, as I said, have 6 submissions up this evening. The standard terms and conditions for sale by auction will apply as normal, and we would assume that you've either read them in the contract, the property that you're interested in. We have had them on our website as well, but I will touch on a couple of them. Now, the important things are, of course, that if you are registered to bid here today, obviously you do have an agent assigned to you, which you have given authority to do so. You've also given authority for the auctioneer, in some cases, to sign on your behalf if you are successful. So I or Kayleen will be doing that. If you hear the words vendor bid through your phone here tonight, please don't confuse it with the reserve price. It's simply a figure that we use and that you must be above in order to negotiate exclusively with the owner. So on that note, the 3 properties that I am first calling this morning, it's not this morning, it's this evening, all have very, very realistic reserves, and of course we wish all the bidders all the very best of luck. Okay, I think that is the legals out of the way. So we're actually going to head to our first submission, and we're going to be heading out to Bonner. Now the property is a beautiful, beautiful property. I've been there myself, and we'd like to thank the owners very much for obviously entrusting in LJ Hooker, Gungahlin, and of course Hugo Mendez for looking after them with the sale of the home. Now it's Block 4, Section 10 in the Division District of Bonner, and it's known as 140 Bill Ferguson Circuit in Bonner. Now, the contract, as I said, has been prepared with all the relevant documentation in it, which we all again assume that you've had a good read of or got your solicitor go through, has been prepared by Mills Oakley, and thank you very much to you for doing that, Karen Cross. And the LJ Hooker Gungahlin is the trust account. Hugo Mendez and Rowana Smith have been the agents for the property, and of course they've done a wonderful job at that as well, as always. The restriction on transfer is nil. It is a non-land rent lease. It'll be sold with vacant possession. All fixed floor coverings, window treatments, light fittings is what you can expect to stay in the property, and the settlement date is 30 days from the date of the signed contract, and it calls for a 10% deposit. Now, if there's any variations to the front page of the contract with regards to maybe the deposit or the settlement, that's going to be upheld, so you can bid with confidence. Of course, if you have any questions during the auction, we understand that this is a little bit different, but please ask your agent while you're on the phone if you need anything clarified. We will be taking the time to make sure that you can bid with confidence, bid comfortably, and know that you're getting every shot that you can. So I guess without sort of any further ado, we'll just sort of talk about this property at 140 Bill Ferguson. Some of you have actually seen it more than once or twice, and I think you would agree that it is a sensational home, and I think the feedback that has come through is that it's such large living, and particularly for a home in that area as well. It has a block to match, it's got plenty of different areas to be able to entertain, and the high quality inclusions that are in the home and the versatility of the home itself makes for a fantastic family property. So look, ladies and gentlemen, over to you now. So it's a little bit different, but I am talking to you, and I want you to be able to say, agent, put your hand up, I want to make that opening bid. So I'm just going to grab my gavel here and wait for the opening bid, ladies and gentlemen. Where do we go? You tell me. Give me a starting offer on Bill Ferguson Circuit in Bonner. I've never actually heard a room of agents this quiet before.
Yep.
So I know it's not up to
750.
750. We've got at bidder number 15, and we're off and away at 750. We'll give it a round of applause. And thank you so much for starting. I can't see you, but I'm sure you're. I'm sure that pressure is off now that we've got the first bid. Bidder number 15.
760.
Can I say 770, Jess? To the bidder on the phone. I'll say 770 if you like. One thing I did say is the auctioneer does have the right to be able to obviously decide by which we are to amount, but at this point in time, 760 is a little on the shy side.
Yep.
So I would
760.
760. Okay. In being obviously in actual good faith, let's take a 760. It's against you, and I'll get the bidder number. Bidder number 1, you were at 760. Troy? Your bidder, if we can take them up again, we'll go to 770, but it's 760,000. It's against our starter at 750. So it's 760. The bid is with bidder
770.
number 770. Bidder number 15, 780 if you like. We'll keep it in tens. At $770,000. Bidder number 15, best of luck with our starter. Usually they end up with the property, I'll just say as well. But bidder number 15, you are in front at $770,000. I'll call it in your favour. First time, 780,
Can I
Jess?
go 775?
No, 780.
780.
I gave in last time, but at this point we're just that little bit way away, but I'm going to call it in their favour at 770. We'll go 780 if you like. At 770, bid is with bidder number 15. To be very clear, ladies and gentlemen, first time at $770,000. Second time at $770,000.
780.
780 I have, bidder number 1, welcome back in and thank you very much for your good bidding. At 780,000, puts you back in front, you may just stay there. At $780,000, first time Troy, and it's against you.
Would you
Bidder
take
number
5? That's it.
Sorry?
Would you take 5?
Well, I took a shortened stride over here, so I'll do a shortened stride over here. So we've got 785 correct,
785,
confirm the bid.
Yep.
Bidder number 15, 785. Jess, same courtesy, I'll take the 5 now. At $785,000, bidder number 15. Bidder number 1, Jess is doing a great job for you, but I'm going to need an increase if you want to buy this property. At $785, bidder number 15, first time. Second time, bidder number 15, Jess. Bidder number 1, this is your chance to come back in. It is at 785. I will take another 5,000 bid to take me to 790, or better bid might be 800. But it's 785,000. It is against all other parties, and of course we do know that there are some other registrations. So if for any reason at all you're not wanting to tell your agent to bid, now might be a really good time. So at 785, Jess and Lisa looking after the buyer here, but I'm going to call it Lisa at 785. First time, just seeking some instructions. Second time is $785,000. Third and final time, Lisa, 785, can I say 790? I'm going to have a bid, bidder number 15, I'm going to have a bid against you now, and it's the vendor bid, I'm going to have it at 800,000. So just to make that clear, the bid is with me and against all other parties, so I would encourage you to come back in, give me another bid at say 810. What do you say? Bidder number 15. Come back in for another bid, but it's against you, with me, vendor bid at $800,000. For those of you watching at home, I think it appears that Hugo's just having a quick chat to our bidder number 15. Auction certainly isn't closed. Now, like I said, is probably the time to have a really good think whether you're prepared to let this property go. Jess and Lisa still working hard with bidder number 1. If there's 2 of you at home with bidder number 1 and one's on the phone with Lisa, I'd encourage you to come back in now. Maybe a bid of 805 or 810. Still great buying for a property out here in Bonar of this size. 193 of living alone. So that doesn't include your garage either. NBN, it's got solar. You know, what doesn't it have, this property? It's got a beautiful hardwood floors throughout as well. But I'm going to need an answer. The bid's with me. If I don't get another bid, we're going to pass the property in. What are we doing? Bidder number 15. Can I encourage you to come back in? You've had a word to the man himself, Hugo Mendes.
Really good faith at 801.
801 and good bidding. At 801, the bid is back with you. Bidder number 15 and against all other parties, Lisa and Jess. 801, bidder 15. Calling it. I'll take a 1 if you like, Lisa. Bidder number 1, I will take a $1,000 bid. But 801. I'm going to seek some instructions very soon, but in the meantime, I'm going to call it first time. Second time at $801,000. Third, final time. So for those of you that can't see, I know that Jen is doing a wonderful job panning around the room here. But the reason I haven't brought that hammer down is because the agents, lovely Hugo, has just said, just wait a second. So that I will do just for the moment. And I saw it very clearly because we're all wearing these very attractive gloves here this evening. Obviously to just be in line with all the practices that we need to abide by, as do you at this point in time. So we've got our gloves, we're 2 metres apart, and we're still selling property, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I can see some movement at the back of the room. So bidder number 15, you are in the hot seat unless there are any other bids. So
805.
805, I have an increased good faith. Thank you very much. Bidder number 15, 805. Making it clear, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Hugo's getting some instructions from the owner. Very, very important times here, ladies and gentlemen, for both buyer and seller. So we don't want to rush the process. We also don't want to drag it out for you at home either. We understand that everyone's got things to do, places to be and dinner to have. But this is definitely a momentous occasion, and let's hope that someone can go home with the keys here. Hugo's coming to me. Yep, we're confirming. I'll just, if I can just get the confirmation. Yes? Yep, okay. All right. So I think we've got the owners on the phone as well, and I think we've also got the buyer at 805. Just confirming the bid back there, Troy. Bidder number 15, confirming your bid at 805, correct?
Yep.
805 seller, I've got the okay from Hugo. Lisa, Jess, if your bidder's still there. Bidder number 1, if you are there, any other registered bidders, we are about to sell this fantastic property in Bonner. First time at 805. Second time at $805,000. Third and final time. New interest?
They're crying, sorry.
Oh, they're crying? Oh my gosh, don't cry, don't cry. We're good to go. We had a little scary moment, but it's the third time, 805 with our starter. Sold! Congratulations, that's absolutely fantastic. You did really well. I told you that obviously when you start the bidding, you sometimes end. So hopefully with the next property, you'll learn from that, bidders. But congratulations to both our buyer and our seller on that property in Bonner. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to actually stick in Bonner, funny enough. We have a great opportunity, is what I should probably be saying there, because we're not actually selling a house out there, we're selling a block of land. And it's not even a block of land that we're selling an opportunity, and maybe even a dream home for somebody that is going to bid on it. But ladies and gentlemen, Block 8, Section 137 in the Division District of Bonner, known as 23 Billen Street in Bonner. Maxwell & Co. solicitors have prepared the contract, as I said, with all the relevant details. We have got the LJ Hooker Gun Garland Trust account once again, and of course the agent that has been looking after that is none other than Ignatius Storman, who has done a great job on this property as well, or this block of land. So clearly it is a land rent lease on this one. It's going to be sold with vacant possession, funny enough, and obviously there is no inclusions on the block either, but what I can tell you is that it still calls for a 10% deposit and still has a 30-day settlement or a special condition in the contract that I'm sure you would have read as well. So look, ladies and gentlemen, it's a block of land, it's got a heap of potential. I know that Naish does want to have a little word to you about it, so I'm going to invite him up here and just to tell you a bit about this wonderful block that we're selling.
Thank you, Carly. Yes, it is a rare opportunity. It's a block of land. And in fact, it's arguably the best block of land in Bonner. Certainly, it's the highest that's available at the moment. And you can't really see the view from the picture that's behind me, but it's a magnificent view. This block looks over all of those houses in front, and there's a sensational parkland at the back. So location, 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 it is sensational. It is a fantastic opportunity. It's surrounded by $1 million homes. So any home that's built here will certainly maintain its value. I thank the owner for giving us the opportunity to represent them, and my best of luck to those people who are registered. We look forward to achieving a result tonight. Thank you, and thank you, Carly.
No worries, thank you, Naish. Okay, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a great block of land, and we are hoping that a buyer is going to buy it and be able to start planning their dream home, which in time, it was actually the idea of the owner, the current owner, and what they were planning to do. Circumstances change, however, so we're going to ask for an opening bid on Bill and Billen Street in Bonner.
400.
400, I have an opening bid, that was quick, great. 400, bidder number 6, and thank you so much for opening the bid so quickly. It makes our job a whole lot easier. So, at $400,000, what I will say though is I'm actually going to have a bid against you at $460,000, so I'll just make that clear, the bid is with you, bidder number 6, but the bid was with you, it's now with me at $460,000. That is the vendor bid, ladies and gentlemen. 460 in Bonner. One of the best things I can say to you is that you are able to buy a good parcel of land in a suburb that is now established. So, you know, you might be buying out and building in Gungahlin, but you do have an established area with great shops just at Annaroo and Bonner. But the 460 bid is with me. Bidder number 6, I'd be encouraging you to come back in with another 10 maybe. What do you say? At 460, I'll look to your agent to see what we're doing, but at 460 it's with me and against all other parties. If I don't get another bid, then we're going to be holding the property over in your favour. Bidder number 6. First time, looking for other bids, ladies and gentlemen. Second time, at 460 with me. Third and final time. Not even a 1. I was trying to keep you in for a 1. We're just going to hold that property over. We're going to allow to obviously have a little bit more negotiation on that home. We do wish the seller all the very best of luck. I know you're very motivated and you've got a very realistic reserve. And to the buyers, best of luck to you. I know that you've probably going to have some great ideas for that block, and I know that it'll come out looking fantastic afterwards. So best of luck, and to you, to our agent, and of course to Naish, wherever Naish is. So best of luck with the sale getting together there. All right. So our submission number 3, ladies and gentlemen, it is also out in Gungahlin. We're in Throsby now, so it is one of the newer suburbs that are out there, but again, it is becoming more and more established out there in the Gungahlin area. So the property that we are selling is Block 7, Section 4, Division of Throsby, known as 14 Mellamy's Circuit in Throsby. Eastwood's Legal have presented, what have they done? They've prepared the contract. I've only said it a couple of times tonight, so you'd think I'd have it down pat by now. The stakeholder, once again, LJ Hooker Gungahlin Trust Account, and the agent that's been looking after these wonderful sellers, of course, is Jason Hall, long-term agent in our office, has done a great job also. The restriction on transfer is nil. It's a non-land rent lease. It'll be sold with vacant possession, and all fixed floor coverings, window treatments and light fittings is what you can expect to stay. And 30 days from the date of the contract, 10% deposit. Of course, all of these contracts are fairly standard, but always open to negotiation on that settlement and that deposit amount. Now look, ladies and gentlemen, what I can tell you about this property is that it's an extremely contemporary 2-storey home in a great up-and-coming suburb of Throsby. So easy to just jump onto Horse Park and obviously get into Gungahlin now as well. But high-level quality inclusions. It was a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom double garage. Unfortunately, this evening we're not going to be going ahead with calling the auction, as we can very clearly see there hasn't been any registrations for this evening. We do know though, however, there were a couple of people that weren't able to actually do it for tonight, but are going to be there tomorrow. So what I would suggest to you, if you are watching, Jason Hall has indicated there is more than likely going to be a price on this property tomorrow. So if you give him a call, he's going to be able to assist you with any of your inquiries. So make sure you get on that website and give Jason a call. But best of luck to you on that one, Jason, and best of luck to you, to the sellers, and of course the buyers. That is it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again to the people that did buy our first one, and good luck to the other ones. But I'm going to be handing over to Kayleen King, my lovely colleague and auctioneer, and best of luck for the next three.
Perfect, thank you, Carly. Hello everybody, Kayleen King from this office, LJ Hooker, Canberra City. I'm really thrilled that you've stayed on board and really looking forward to your participation for our final three submissions. So let's get started. So folks, our next submission, beautiful property, great location, described as Block 12, Section 67 in the Divisional District of Evatt, known to you, me and Australia Post, as 110 Ashkenazi Crescent in that beautiful suburb of Evatt. We thank our sellers very much for clear instructions, and of course always appreciate the opportunity to represent owners here in the Canberra market. Bradley Allen Love have prepared the legal documents. The deposit will be held in the LJ Hooker Gungahlin Trust account. The sellers have been beautifully represented by Lisa Van Niekerk and assisted by Jess Halls, and I'm sure if you've met them during the marketing period, you will have found them to be just gorgeous girls, great to deal with, incredibly professional and helpful. Restriction on transfer is nil, and the property will be offered vacant possession. Goods are described as fixed floor coverings, light fittings, window treatments as inspected. The contract does say 30 days to complete, 10% deposit. I know there have been some other arrangements discussed, and of course, if you've made other arrangements around the deposit or the settlement term, please know that we will reflect those changes on the contract if you are the successful buyer, and certainly be here ready to honour and uphold any of those prior agreements. So folks, the property, if we take a look, I went to visit the owners yesterday, and of course the first thing to know about this location is that it's in an RZ2 zone, and this home is probably, it is definitely way too good to be knocking down now, but certainly if you are looking to have a family home now and perhaps do something from a development perspective or make some money in the future, then having that property in an RZ2 zone is definitely going to give you some really solid value and equity into the future. The owners have renovated the bathroom and laundry. It's a beautiful, livable home. It's absolutely immaculate from the driveway through the home, out the back. There is nothing to do. It is absolutely a move-in ready home. And if you're planning on a move with family, you've got that ability to walk to local schools and shops and transport. It is all there for you. And of course, that future opportunity in the RZ2 zone is just the icing on the cake, I think. So folks, we will look to you. If you've been watching our other three auctions, hopefully you know how it's done. I'm going to be looking down the camera straight at you, to our buyers, looking for an opening bid or call. Who'd like to start me away? Nice, loud instruction to your agent. They'll call out a figure for me. There's something around 700 to get us started. I know it's a big decision, but a beautiful suburb, great potential for the future, and a home that is move-in ready. I would have thought something around 700 would be a really easy decision to make, but you tell me folks, I can't do it without you. Need that opening bid. You tell me. I do know we have registrations on the property, so jump in, give your agent that instruction. If it's fair and reasonable, I'll take it. If not, I'll encourage you up a little bit just to get us a little bit closer to where we need to be. But folks, you've been through the property, you see the potential, you see how immaculate it is, you see that there's work already done, and of course, the great value add is the RZ2 location. So folks, an opening bid or call. If I can't get an opening bid or call, I can't believe that, but if I can't get an opening bid or call, we'll hand it back to Lisa and Jess to talk to those who are registered and of course those who have interest in the property but unable to sign a contract tonight. And folks, if you're registered, you have that advantage over everybody else out in the marketplace and those people that have expressed interest but can't sign a contract. So I'm not sure why you're holding off, but don't delay an opening bid or call. I would have thought something in the high sixes or 700 would be easy. There's something there from one of our buyers, agents who are talking to buyers on the phone. Give me some sort of indication of a bid. How are we going? If we can't get a bid, we might just hold that over. I know we've got a bidder on the phone. Bidder on the phone. If we can't get a bid, we'll move on to the next property. Here's the opportunity, bidders. Last opportunity to get involved or pass the property in and hand it back to Lisa for those who can buy on a conditional basis. First opportunity to get involved. Second opportunity to put your hand in the air, give your agent the instruction. What are we doing, bidders? I know you're registered, I know you've viewed the property, and I know you understand the value proposition that's in front of you. Lisa, I'm sorry, if we can't get an opening bid, we'll pass that property back to you for private negotiation. Do we want to just grab Lisa? We just need an instruction. Folks, can't hang and dwell. All right, folks, Lisa will pass that property back to you. Buyer, I'm not quite sure why you wouldn't have a bid, but chat to Lisa. I know the owners are very realistic around their expectations, and certainly, you may regret not bidding tonight. You'll be up against the rest of the market tomorrow. But Lisa and Jess, we wish you all the best of luck with that one, and it'll be our owners. All right, on to our second submission, and it takes us to the suburb of McGregor. Sorry, just finding my contract here. So folks, the property is legally described as Unit 8, Unit Plan 3805, Block 15, Section 161. That's mouthful, in the divisional district of McGregor. Known commonly again to you, me and Australia Post as 8 of 139 McFarlane Burnett Avenue in McGregor. We thank our seller very much for clear instructions, and as I said before, we never underestimate the value and appreciate the opportunity to represent you as sellers in our market. The Chamberlain's Law have prepared the legal documents. The stakeholder will be our LJ Hooker Kickbacks Trust account. The seller's agent, Sarah Turnbull and Jenna Dunley. And again, I'm sure if you've met them out there in the marketplace, you've found them to be incredibly lovely to deal with and very professional. Restriction on transfer is nil. It is a non-land rent lease. The property is offered subject to a tenancy. Is that correct? 30 days to complete, 10% deposit. Again, if you've made other arrangements around that deposit or the settlement time, do rest assured that we will reflect that on the contract for you this evening and ensure that those promises and arrangements are honoured and upheld. So I'm going to invite Sarah just to say a quick couple of words about the property.
Yes, thank you, Kayleen. So I'll keep it short and sweet, but this is a really lovely two-bedroom townhouse. It's at the end of the complex, so it gets lots of natural light. Nice and close to the Kickback Shopping Centre, and just a really lovely, well-kept, low-maintenance property. So best of luck with the bidding, and hopefully welcoming a new owner.
Terrific. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a little bit of bidding going. If you're registered to bid on this one, and I know we do have registrations, don't delay, make it nice and quick. Pop your hand in the air, give your agent the instruction to pop their hand in the air, and I'm looking for an opening bid or offer. Somebody start me away, give your agent that instruction. They're waiting to throw their hand in the air and have that bid for you. Is there something around 370 to get us started? I would have thought that would be a great value proposition around that sort of figure. Certainly, 365, 370 I would have thought would be an easy decision.
370?
370, thank you Tim, on behalf of your bidder number 48. Welcome to the bidding. Wish you all the very best of luck. At 370,000, 370 is the call, looking to get you some competition. I'd like 10, I'll take 5 if you like, as long as we're moving north. At 370,000, 370 is the call. Looks like I'm going to call it in your favour, bidder number 48.
380.
A good faith rise, thank you to 380, and thank you for that good faith rise. We'll have a chat to our owner. Bids at 380,000. Is there another registration out there? We've got a few agents with paddles. I'm not sure who you're talking to, but agents get involved at 380,000. Bidder number 48 at 380. If you're registered to bid, jump in and have a bid. Bidder number 48, you're in the driver's seat at the moment at 380,000. For the first time of calling at
385.
385, good faith rise, thank you. Bidder number 48, you certainly recognise value when you see it, and I don't blame you for negotiating on this one. At $385,000. Owners on the phone, we're seeking some instructions. If there's another bidder out there, jump on in at 385,000. Bidder number 48, I'm going to call it in your favour, bidder 48. First call. Oh, I've got some instructions there. Our instructions are to sell, is that right, Sarah? If there's no other bidder offer. At 385,000, bidder number 48, well done. First call. Second call at 385,000. Third, final call, well done. Welcome to the neighbourhood. And congratulations, bidder 48. Well done to our owners. Again, thank you so much for entrusting us with the sale. We'll go to our final submission of the evening. And it takes us to the suburb of Killeen. I think I'm the only one that knows it's pronounced like that. So we've got Block 26, Section 17 in the Divisional District of Killeen, known to you and me and the postman as 34 Tambo Street in that suburb. We thank our sellers again very much for their clear instructions. LJ Hooker Conveyancing have prepared the legal documents. The stakeholder will be LJ Hooker Killeen Trust Account, and of course they've been beautifully represented by our principal there at the Killeen office, Tim Russell, who you'll meet in a moment. It's a non-land rent lease. Restriction on transfer is nearly this offered for you vacant possession. The fixed floor coverings, light fittings, window treatments will be part of the inclusions. Tim's going to tell you a whole lot more about the property in a moment. 30 days, 10%. Again, any arrangements outside that 30 days and 10% will definitely be upheld for you. Tim, would you like to just say a few words about the property?
Thank you, Kayleen. Hi folks, best of luck to you tonight. This is a wonderful opportunity right in the very heart of Kayleen. We're in the Kayleen Primary School catchment area. It's easy to get to the local shops from here. It's a lovely extended 3-bedroom home. There's a lot of extra things that have been done to the property, such as a enclosed studio, there's a work shed, there's lots of entertaining spaces, and it really is a delightful home. So we wish you the best of luck, and thank you, Kayleen.
My pleasure, thank you, Tim. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love the suburb of Killeen. It's an amazing alternative to paying $100,000 more and being in the inner north, and you're just an extra, I think, about 4 minutes from Northbourne Avenue. So great opportunity to be in a terrific suburb, great schools, great ovals, great shops. It's all there. Looking for an opening bid or call. Jen's just going to do a zip around the room. Say hello, everybody. If you're registered to bid, looking for an opening bid or call, is there something around the 600 mark to get us started? Jump in, bidders. Beautiful suburb, great opportunity. As I said, a great family suburb, great place to bring up the children, terrific schools, terrific shops, about 4 minutes to Northbourne Avenue and all that Dixon and the city has to offer, very, very close by. If I can't get an opening bid, we'll hand the property back to you, Tim. I'm surprised.
Yep, just 1 second.
And we've still got agents holding paddles. So I'm thinking there's somebody registered out there. Please don't delay. An opening bid or call will put you in the driver's seat to talk with our owners at their reserve price. So if there's something around that 600, even high fives, we'll take it, we'll work with you. It's a big decision. It's a lifetime decision, and we're here to help you. All you need to do is let your agent know, hold up that paddle,
He's not going to put it
Folks, is there an opening bid or offer? I'll just seek some instructions from Tim. Is there an opening bid or offer there? Okay. I can't seem to get an opening bid or offer. I'm gobsmacked at that. It's a great opportunity, great suburb. I know there are a couple of people that were not able to sign a contract and pay a deposit. So if that's you watching me right now, get on the phone, give Tim a call, have a discussion about the property tonight. I know the owners are super realistic, wanting to get the property sold. So Tim, we wish you all the best of luck with that negotiation. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at LJ Hooker Auction Headquarters, our live streaming event every Wednesday night. Thank you so much, stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon.